know how obviously you've been around, you worked at BBC, you've been around the American media for your whole life, but did you appreciate how this works before you started running this campaign?
Not nearly to the degree that, the degree of politicization was surprising to me. And I think I had not really come to understand the kind of deep commercial drivers behind editorial lines. And, I guess had a little bit of idealism still from the old, Edward R. Murrow, there must be some journalists still out there kind of thing. And they've been very few and far between. I mean, I'm hard pressed to even come up with an example. I'm glad to be sitting across from you. But I will say, thank God for Elon Musk.
Yes.
I really believe that every American should include him and his family in their prayers every day because, he is holding our Constitution together right now. And, even the Internet Archive is offline now. There's nothing left. There's no other way to know. And sure, are there things on there that turn out not to be true? Absolutely. Are there things on there that you're going to disagree with or find offensive? Absolutely. And, such is the nature of free speech. And it's audacious and bold and beautiful and sometimes infuriating. But that's what we've built our entire country on. And when I remember recently explaining this to my daughter, and she was, she's 5, and she was asking me why I'm always traveling. I'm working at the moment, and I was explaining about the importance of free speech and how I wanted her to have it when she was older. And she said, "So are there countries where if you criticize the leader, they'll put you in jail?" And I said, yes, there are a lot of those countries. That used to be all the countries, basically. And when you go back and you look at the audacity of what that idea was at the beginning, and the fact that it wasn't happening anywhere else, and then hundreds, of other countries now have followed suit, and that we're just going to give that up for the short-sighted gain of one political party in one election cycle, or one blob for 5 to 10 election cycles, while their lust for power continues. And that as a result, because no government is ever going to cede power given to it in an emergency, so even once that runs its course, it still means that my kids will not have the freedom of speech that that is their birthright, given to them by our country's founders. And I just can't abide that. I can't let it happen. And to see Elon, who wasn't even born in this country, step up and defy the commercial interests, I don't know his finances, but it seems to me that he has taken a serious financial hit.
Oh, serious.
To protect.
He's not a money worshiper.
Right. Unlike
so many billionaires, just to be blunt. They're money worshipers. That's why they're billionaires.
Right.
He's not.
No. And
the new Bearskin Hoodie 4.0 claims to be the most advanced, waterproof tactical hoodie ever made. But the real question is, does it work? This is the new Bearskin Hoodie 4.0.
I think he is genuinely driven by the desire to see human freedom endure. And I don't know why more of us are not, because there's nothing more important. And it's ours to lose, And it's bewildering to me when I hear people say, well, our government can be trusted with those. Like, they can make the judgment of what I should be able to say and what I shouldn't. The idea that, but what about the next leader? Every government, is it Federalist 51, the one where Madison talks about, if men were angels, we wouldn't need government. Right. And if government were angels, it wouldn't need to be regulated. But we are making, the challenge is making a government of men over men. And yet they took on that challenge and achieved it so beautifully. And I remember Mr. Saar at NCS my last 2 years of high school in DC, when I came back to the United States, telling us about Skokie versus Illinois, and just being incredibly moved by the courage that it takes as a society to defend such abhorrent speech.
Yes.
Because that, it's not a sliding scale. It's just, you either have it or you don't. I think it's Salman Rushdie who says the minute somebody says, I believe in free speech, except, stop them right there, because they don't need to finish the sentence.
But I just refer back to my first question, which is, since I'm so familiar with, all the schools you